Okay, so for the next installment of Christine Holds Your Hand, we're going to be doing Gorseval, the Multifarious. And this is the second boss of the first wing. This boss is basically a DPS check, so you have to make sure that you have enough DPS to make it, but also you have to make sure you know which kind of break you're going to do, because there will be a CC phase that I will explain later. Let me just double, yeah. Okay, so all you have to do in the beginning is DPS. It's pretty, oh, lagging. Okay, so make sure you stand behind gorseval, and sorry, maybe we should go back. He does that attack, okay. Gorseval does do a thing on the slams on the ground that will knock you back, if you just saw there. It happens quite often in the thing, so bam. And all you have to do is just dodge during that. Don't worry about doing DPS unless you know that you have an Aegis or have a block up from the Chronos or from a Guardian or whatever. But basically all you have to do is DPS in the first phase. And then gorseval will go into a CC phase and will create a big pile of black and blue stuff like this. And it will do a crap ton of damage. And during this phase, gorseval will do something along the likes of retaliation. So if you do a crap ton of damage during to gorseval during this phase, during the CC phase, it will bite you in the ass. So please be mindful of your HP, and also please be mindful of where you're standing. Usually when I do this, I tell people to stand on my tag, because then I know, first of all, I'm not a healer actually, but usually I tell them to stand on my tag because I try to stand where the goo isn't, because that does hurt. And if everyone stays near the tag, then the druids will be on the tag as well, and they can heal you if you're low on HP, and then you can do more DPS. How fast you hit you do the CC bar is dependent on how much DPS you have. So if you have a lot of DPS, you can basically risk killing the HP bar basically instantaneously if you have enough DPS. But if you don't have enough DPS, you should consider doing a medium or a slow break. So just basically based on your composition, based on how many druids you have and how much DPS you have, you should decide as a group if you should do a fast, medium, or slow break. So here, since we have 2 druids, we decided to just do a medium break because we can sustain it. And we have enough healing for it, so we're just gonna kill it like that. It will spawn stuff, and it will kick you sometimes, which is not good, especially when some of the orbs start popping up. So if you do have a pull or anything that can pull it to the middle for people to cleave, that would be great. Gorseval here is going to do a slamming attack soon. 1, 2, dodge. That one, he invulned it. And you just keep on attacking until it hits 66%. Dodge. No. Okay, so 66%. If you see this, it says the world erodes around you. And that's basically if you don't hit the DPS mark, this little circle in the middle will keep on expanding, and when it touches the edge, and it still hasn't hit 66%, the party will wipe, basically. But since we hit it, we don't have to worry about that, because this is the next part. Okay, so there's going to be charged souls, I think 4 of them around the entire arena. 1, 2, 3, 4. And usually what you will do is that everyone in the group will go around killing the charged souls in a group, because I guess that's faster. And if they get too close, we will have a druid entangle so that they don't touch gorseval in the middle. If they do reach gorseval in the middle, it will wipe. They will basically do the world erodes around you. And if you can't kill it, then you're screwed. and since it's at 66%, it's basically a GG. So if you did see, they are entangled, so we can kill them, and they won't go inside. And then after this phase, it's basically the same thing. You do DPS, you dodge the pummel attack. 1, 2, dodge. And then they will, okay. So during this, after that first phase, you will see these blue orbs start popping up. If you walk in their AoE, because since this one first spawned, the blue AoE is not very big, but it will expand, and it will keep on expanding if you don't kill it. Just have someone arrange it, or just get like a battle warrior and use their longbow to attack it, or like a pet or something. If you have range to attack it, if you're not doing anything else. Usually as a commander, if it's getting out of hand, I will tell someone in the next phase, not this phase, to start clearing them, because they will become a problem. And because the catch is, if you stand inside the blue AoE, you will lose a lot of DPS. You will get a little ghosty image on top of your head. In order to get rid of it, you will have to collect yellow orbs around the arena. When yellow orbs start popping up and stuff, I will show you. But here, all you have to do is do DPS. And, oh, another orb. Okay, now, this is weird. Gorseval will kind of turn around-ish to do his next pummeling phase. Just stand over here. Stand in this back. And always remember to stay close to the party. Heal and step back here. And then just keep on doing DPS. He will slam in a bit. No, oh. After this, dodge. And if you can see this, in this case, it would be really, you have to be really careful, because there is a orb back here. And if you got hit or kicked into one of these orbs, you will lose a lot of DPS. Or if you dodged into one of them, you would lose a lot of DPS, so you have to be really careful about touching them. Okay, so we hit the 33%, and I'm gonna, it was my fault. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have picked that charged soul because there's an orb on it, but oh well. Okay, so if you did touch one of these, you would get a spooky thing ghost on top of your head, and you have to collect these shiny yellow orbs. And that's all you have to do. That one's getting really big. Someone just, the banner just cleared it. Probably told them to. Kill the charged souls? Yeah, let's see, the banner's killing it. Good Asthenia. And after you kill this, basically DPS again, but the most important part of this is that there's going to be eggs, okay? Dodge this. And ghostly traps materialize at your feet, and that's a signal that eggs are gonna show up soon. And all that happens is that a yellow orangish AoE will appear at your feet. Just dodge to the side, or dodge back, or dodge where there is no AoE, because they will take a few seconds in order to trigger. So you don't want to dodge literally into one and then get egged anyway. If you do get egged, you will get a special action key thing over here, and you can just keep on clicking it to try and break out. But sometimes, I mean, I got egged during the next egg thing over here. You will get, sometimes you can get bugged, and then you won't be able to leave it. You're usually supposed to be able to leave it, but I don't know, there's a bug happening right now where you can't leave it. And then, so you'll basically lose all your DPS during that phase. So please dodge that or block it, like Koishi did, and then just do DPS until, right now here, okay, they did a roar. That means they're doing, they're going to the CC phase. And this CC phase is special because, you actually have to stand 300 away. Usually the middle is safe for the first two pummel phases. This one is not, so you have to stand 300 away. You have to make sure you know. And then you have to stick close because you can't possibly range from there. Just keep on DPSing and CC. And heal. Okay. Go, eggs again, dodge. Okay, I got wrecked over here. And then I basically lose all the DPS for this phase. It can be really, really bad if you don't have enough DPS or you barely make it, because that 1 or 2 people who do get egged can make up a lot of DPS. And that's basically it. Yeah.